welcome to episode 24 of the Making Stories podcast, always with those episode numbers. I'm so glad that you're here and that you're joining us for, let's say, half an hour of talk about knitted goodies and things that we have coming up still this year and that are in the shop. I'm Hanna Lisa, and over there is my wonderful, dear, beloved friend and colleague Claire, and together we're a part of the Making Stories team. We're all about sustainability in knitting, no matter whether you're looking for sustainably produced yarns or knitting magazines that go with those yarns. You can find all of those things over on our website, makingstories.com. Yay!
Yay!
And I can't believe that it's almost the end of the year. I mean, we're recording this on a Monday. It's November 22nd. We only have not even a handful of episodes still coming this year. Like, we're almost at the end of this podcast year. What?
Yeah. I think we only have one more episode after this, and then that's it. I know.
And the end of the year also means something really exciting. We did this for the first time last year, and if you watched the last podcast episode, you already heard us talking a little bit about that. Sorry about that. My camera is kind of slightly focusing in and out there. I'm gonna try and keep very still.
It's exciting.
And I'm gonna throw it over to you to talk
keep very still. Yeah, as Hanna Lisa said, last year we did the winter celebration, which was just meant to be a lot of fun and to kind of try and celebrate what had been a really difficult year, and just bring a little bit of fun and joy before we left for winter break. And we had an absolute blast doing it. It was so much fun, and the second we finished it, we were like, we're doing that again next year. So it's been something in the works since last year. We knew we were going to do it, and I'm really excited to say it's going to be starting on the 1st of December. So if you weren't around last year and you don't really know what it is, basically, we, over 2 weeks last year, we did something fun every day. It was kind of like a little unveiling present every day, and it went from recipes that we were sharing to a winter playlist to giveaways that meant you had to answer ridiculously bad jokes and riddles that I found that make me laugh really hard. And it was just very silly and very fun, and we had such a nice time. And we're doing it again. So from the 1st of December to the 10th of December, we're going to be releasing something every day that's just something fun from either us or another member of our knitting community. And it's completely free. It's just full of fun. You don't have to do anything particularly special to take part. The places where you can take part in it are over on Instagram and on our website. So you can either check in on Instagram every day, where we'll be unveiling that day's gift in stories, or you can just check in on the website. But my personal favourite is last year I set up a special email list that you can sign up for, which means you get every day's gift straight into your inbox. This mailing list only lasts as long as the winter celebration, so this isn't like a promotional thing at all. Once the winter celebration ends, we'll never contact you again through that mailing list. So it's purely so you get the fun thing in your email box and you click straight through and find out what today's gift is on our website. So if that's interesting for you, so you don't miss out on any of the fun, you'll find the sign up below in the comments. And yeah, you could just sign up for that. You'll get it straight to your inbox, or you can make sure you follow us on Instagram and check in every day to see what we're up to that day. And I'm just really excited. I had so much fun doing it last year, and it's such a nice way to end off the year. And let's face it, it's been another slightly challenging year. I'm not going to lie.
It's been another shit year. Let's call a spade a spade. No, that's not.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a very good thing to say.
It's been pretty shitty.
It's been...
No, it has. It's been really hard in lots of different ways for everyone. So hopefully this is a nice way to just end the year off again. Have some silly fun, because we're all about being silly here at Making Stories. And I can't wait to see you there. Which leads me on to something else, because if you're around for last year's winter celebration, you know we always like to go out with a bang. So for the final day, we had something very special for you all. I'm not going to give away too much, but definitely keep your needles free. Get a little bit of knitting time for December, because there's something coming, a really fun gift, and it also leads me on to something else that we're going to be getting into the web shop. So just to be clear, the gift that's coming at the end doesn't mean you only get it if it's related to this product. But you might want to keep your eyes peeled, because if you want to knit something specific in the original yarn, let's put it that way, we've got some new exciting kits to a brand new to us yarn that's coming to the web shop. Do you want to talk a little bit more about it, Hannah?
Yes.
I'm just going to show it off right here.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. These kits, they will be hitting the web shop on December 1st. We only have a very, very, very limited amount of them. And Claire is showing one of the colorways. There are two others. So there's also one with a contrasting blue and one with a contrasting green. And the yarn is done by a wonderful German dyer. Her name is Annika, and she goes by Rosemary I'm butchering the names. Rosemary and Pines Fiber Art. That's the proper name. And she's absolutely wonderful. She sources all of her yarns very carefully, and they're all, I mean, as everything is in our web shop, they're all sustainably produced, and then she naturally dyes them. That base that Claire has in her hands there is her Luster Decay. So it's a decay weight. And yeah, it's gonna be paired with something very, very pretty and special that will be part of the winter celebration. So as Claire said, keep your needles free if you want to knit the little something something in the original yarn. Those will be the kits that will be in the web shop on December 1st. I do think they will be going very fast. So
me too.
They're
beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So this is the Luster Sock DK, as Hannah-Lisa said, and it is 100% German merino wool. But this is the first time I've ever held merino wool, and it's felt like this. It's really nice. It almost feels like, when I first got it out of the package, it almost feels like it's got a cotton-like content, which I was really surprised about, but it isn't, and it's beautiful. It feels like it's going to wear, it's really soft, but it's a little toothy, and it feels like it's going to wear really well.
Totally agree. So I mean, I'm German merino, merino per se is really, really soft, but German merino is not your box standard Australian merino that comes in at like super, super, super fluffy soft. And which is why I love the way that it's been spun up in the Luster Sock Decay, because it's just a really, really good yarn, and I also think it's going to wear really well. So
me too. Yeah. But yeah, don't let the name fool you, because it doesn't necessarily mean there are socks on the way. So I'm just going to say that. I'm very excited though, and I can't wait to see that coming into the shop on the 1st of December. So
I also love how the yellow just color coordinates with everything. Like that set, like just, you know.
Like Hannah-Lisa said, there are 3 different colorways in this, and she was like, do I need to ask which one you want to knit with? And I was like, no, the yellow. This is Golden Autumn as well. It's such a good name. It's really pretty. That's like my perfect yellow as well. Look at it. It blends in with literally everything in the room. Like even my shawls back there.
You just keep talking about that.
Yes.
I'm going to grab the other 2, because I actually remembered I have them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not in the yarn cave?
No, not yet.
Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, the yarn cave is the space that we rent, which is just a short walk from Hannah-Lisa's place. We lovingly call it the yarn cave because it's where Hannah-Lisa goes and packs all the customer orders, which means all the yarns there, and I just want to go and live there like a little yarn troll. But yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I'm not entirely sure if the microphone picked up on me like frantically searching through the box.
I don't think so.
Apologies. I just remembered because I just got the yarn delivery. And so I was like, I might as well just show them. So this is the beautiful blue-gray.
Oh, it's pretty.
And that colorway is called Fog. Look at that.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's a nice wintry color.
And this pretty green is appropriately called Pine.
Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah, it's super pretty. And I can't wait to get this on my needle, so I'm just gonna... I don't know yet which one I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick
I was just
something...
gonna ask you that.
I think...
Oh, they're lovely.
They are.
Yeah,
I think
yellow
probably
again.
the blue. Probably the blue. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Blue's
but,
quite a wintry, it's like a nice wintry grey blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. And also just in terms of sort of like, you know, quantities and such, it's 100 gram main and 10 gram mini skein, which will be perfect for that surprise that we have for you. Yay! Speaking of surprises, or, well, shop news, they are not super surprises because you probably all know about that. But there are exciting news still. We have a restock. So we just got, yay, thankfully, after, you know, like shipping from the UK to Germany is a little bit hit and miss here and there.
Yeah.
And when we first launched these products earlier this fall, you kind of pulled them out of our hands in like 2 days, I think. And we placed the restock immediately. And they're finally available again. So if you go to the web shop, Katie Green's British Braid tea towels are back.
Oh,
as
lovely.
are her washi tapes with a cute little sheep. So this is just one of the colors. This is the craft brown. We also have them in white and in black. And you can get them either as individual washi tape rolls or as a set of 3. Which now comes in a little glassine bag, which I think is very cute, especially if you're thinking about Christmas presents.
Oh, yes, they'd be such cute little stocking fillers.
They would be, yeah. The other very exciting thing that is now in the web shop is, well, it's not technically really a restock, but we added some new De Rerum Natura Julis colorways to the shop. I unfortunately don't have them with me now because I took them all to the yarn cave this morning without thinking that I might actually want to show them. This is my brain. Excuse that. But we can put a link to the appropriate listing in the down bar below so you can look at them. De Rerum Natura Julis is a yarn that we very recently added to the web shop at the beginning of November, and it was incredibly popular. A lot of the colorways sold out super quickly, which is when we immediately reordered them, and then that reorder sold out as well, and so we did another reorder. So most of the popular colorways are back in stock, the ones that we were able to get, that is, because as with everything, you know, there are still COVID related delays with the spinning mill that De Rerum Natura works with, and so quite a few of the colorways that we had and love, like eucalyptus, for example, it's beautiful green, they will only be coming back next year, which is when we'll get them. But because we were only able to get like a few of the colorways that had sold out, so Quartz is back in stock, which is the beautiful light pink. Baleine Bleu is back in stock, which is a gorgeous dark blue. We also got a handful of very beautiful new colorways. A few are crowd favorites. We have Poivre et Sel, for example, now, which is
I love that.
Yeah, is a beautiful neutral. We also have Supret, which is a gorgeous tealy dark blue green. We also have Genet, which is a beautiful mustard yellow that if you have watched this podcast before, you will have seen in Claire's watershed scarf. So
yes, I love that colour. That's the same colour we used for citrine as well.
Yeah.
From Jules.
Yeah. And I will make sure that for the next podcast episode, I will bring those skeins if they're not all sold out. So yeah.
Oh.
And then I'll show them off.
They're lovely.
You made a very good point there with Christmas gifts. We also need to talk about shipping cutoff deadlines, don't we?
Yes. Yes, we do. Wait there, I'm going to get them up on my phone so I make sure I tell everyone the exact right ones and I don't get confused.
As you know, we are shipping everything from here in Berlin in Germany. Everything is lovingly hand-packed by moi. And while the German mail is pretty fast, we are quickly approaching the time of the year where we need to tell you that if you want to order something from us and it should arrive with you before Christmas, you need to order it by a certain date. We will be shipping out until December 17th, which is when we're going on winter break until January 10th. So drum roll. What's the shipping deadline, order deadline for our overseas customers, love?
So for overseas, it's the 5th of December, which might seem really soon because it is. But we really want to make sure if you're ordering any gifts for Christmas that they get there in time for Christmas. So just to clarify, that's not the last. We'll still be shipping right up until, well, on the 17th. So if you're overseas and you're still ordering, we'll still be shipping things. But if you want to get something there exactly for Christmas to give as a gift, we really suggest that you place any orders by the 5th. We have experienced quite long shipping times, especially if you choose untracked. Track seems to get through a little bit quicker and you have the benefit of following it. But we do have that untracked option if you prefer, but just be wary that it does take a little longer to get through for whatever reason. So for overseas, it is the 5th. If you're in Europe, it's the 12th of December, so you have a little bit longer. But again, if you want to make sure that your goods are there for Christmas, please make sure that you order by the 12th. And if you're in Germany, you definitely have a little extra time. It's December the 16th, and our final shipping day is the 17th anyway. So those are the dates. I'm going to list them below as well, so I'm just going to write it all out so you've got it down there. And if you're subscribed to our newsletter, I'm going to be sending out regular kind of little nudges just to say, hey, the deadline's coming up for overseas, for Europe, and so on. So yeah, those are those. You also, if you do happen to miss those last dates and you are looking to get a gift for Christmas, we do also have the option of gift cards in the web shop now too.
So we just added it.
Yeah, which we're really excited about. So you can have that email straight to the recipient, which means they can place their own order. And I think that's really lovely as well, considering we are selling quite a lot of yarns and things. So which is a very personal thing to buy. So if you want to send a gift card where you don't actually have to worry about the shipping, then that is also an option, and I will link that below for you to check out too.
Yeah, and I was really happy when I set this up. So this is new in the web shop as well, and I was really happy when I set it up because it's actually now, in contrast to our previous website, a beautiful thing that you can also print out. So it's quite lovely. It comes with a code, but it also comes with a, you know, like it just looks like a nice thing that if you want to give it in person, you know, you can print it out, put it into a nice envelope, or you can just email it to the recipient.
Oh, that is really
Lucky
nice.
them.
You can like pop it in a stocking or something, and that'd be really nice.
Oh, these, and then
that. Oh, and then the gift card. Yeah.
And then maybe one of these.
Ooh, that would be
Just
a good Christmas day.
I think we should maybe do like a little gift guide. Impromptu.
Oh,
thing.
that's a nice idea.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
There's a thought. Okay.
Excuse me.
Knitting.
Yeah. Shall we finish things off by what's on our needles then?
Yes. Should
Do you
I
want me
start?
to go first?
Or you go first?
I'll go first because I've been useless lately and I don't actually have anything new. I've been doing a bunch of designy things, so my own personal knitting time's been a bit limited. So I actually showed this already last time, which is...
it looks so good.
I should have it done by now. It's not like a hard knit at all, but I keep having to start and stop. But this is... So this is one of my own patterns that I did ages ago, but I got a new to me, excuse me, a new to me yarn, which is Rain Cloud and Sage's new alpaca yarn, which is gorgeous. It's only available for a limited time at a slightly discounted price for the next couple of weeks. I think it's coming to an end really soon, so it will be back in the new year, but if you want some for Christmas, definitely head over and check it out, because it's actually selling really quickly and it's not going to be available for much longer. But this is the new yarn, and I'm really tempted to go and buy a sweater quantity of it because it's beautiful. It's kind of rustic and soft all at the same time. It's again, so it's German merino with alpaca, and as Hanna said, German merino definitely tends to be much more toothier and rustic, for want of a better word, than Australian merino, but combined with the alpaca, it's got such a beautiful heathered colour, and it's really soft and really warm, and it has beautiful stitch definition.
Oh, look at that! Wow, those
see.
twisted stitches.
I love twisted stitches, so
me too.
So yeah, that's what's on my nails at the moment. I really wanted to have it finished by now, but maybe by next time. But
it's gorgeous. Maybe by next time, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I actually tell you that I got a skein as well?
Yeah, you sent me a picture of it.
Yes.
You got the same colour, didn't you?
I got the same colour. So that colour is, I think, called Setter. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, after Claire showed it on the last podcast, I couldn't resist, because I am in the market for a lot of new hats, and I don't know what I did. I think I told this story last time, that I actually did the proper thing and washed all my hats and put them away after last winter, and I can't find them. I don't know what happened.
I hate that.
I don't know. But it's fine, because I actually love knitting hats, and I'm really excited because now I have a skein of that as well, and I'm going to make a hat. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and you can get, and I think we were chatting about this last time, I'm going to easily get one hat plus a pom-pom out of one skein of yarn, so.
Speaking of...
You finished it!
I finished it. I can't believe how quick of a knit this was. This is my Unblocked Among the Trees hat, which is from our issue 6. It's a pattern by Mackenzie Alvarez, who goes by Hanks and Needles on Instagram. And I knit this in Garth Noir beacons in the marble colorway. The original sample that we have in the magazine. What is happening with my brain? In the magazine is also designed in Garth Noir's yarns, but in their number 3, which has the same gauge as the beacons. And I still had some of the marble lying around, like the colorway lying around, after I finished a baby gift knit, like a while back. You might have seen it on the podcast. And so I decided to cast this on. I have not weighed this, but I'm very sure that it's less than 50 grams, which means you can knit this hat in a size 2 out of one skein of Garth Noir beacons. Isn't that amazing?
I have some as well. I have some beacons in my stash, so...
And I don't like wearing hats when I wear a ponytail, but I have to say I absolutely love how it sits.
I love it.
It's like
it
exactly
looks awesome.
So I either like, having like a folded brim so that it just covers my ears, or something like that is not too slouchy, because I think slouchy hats, they really need the exact right amount of slouch, otherwise they look not great. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I think if you're going to have a slouchy hat, you definitely need the folded brim so you can do like an adjustment to it. Yeah.
And I really like how this looks. Like I really like, okay, here you can see the lettering a little bit. Like slightly elegantly to the side. As I said, I haven't blocked it. What I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see this. Does this show up? Like the crown?
Yeah, just bob your head up a little bit. You're kind of, yeah.
Okay,
we saw it. It's good.
I'm gonna do it like this.
There we go.
Because I'm obsessed with the crown decreases.
I love
How
the
good
crown
are
decreases.
those? Like, they're a flower. I am quite tempted to add a pom-pom to this, but I'm also, it's gonna cover up that beautiful pattern.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you could do, people keep telling me about this when I get confused about pom-poms.
Like the removable one.
Yeah, I don't want to, so up until now they've always said about doing the, like the clicker thing, and I'm not mad on that just because I think it won't make it super heavy, but I don't want to have like a clicky thing at the top. But someone else suggested just sewing a regular button to the inside of the crown, and then all you do is if you have your tail, you feed it in, and then you kind of sew it through like the buttonholes like you normally would do. Ooh, and it'll hold it, but you can unpick it easily and pull it out. Yeah. So you could do that. That would look really cute with a completely different colour pom-pom to stick on the top.
It was actually quite funny because I had to break into a second skein because the leftover was less than the 50 grams, right? That a full Garth Nora Beacon skein has. And I was contemplating when I started the second one, because I did have some left over in Koi, which is this beautiful pink colorway.
That's what I've got.
That I would do what you did with your Dottie hat, like just have like a color block top.
Fun.
But I wasn't really sure whether that would actually look good with the cables, so I didn't do it. But I agree. I think it would be super pretty with a different colored pom-pom.
Ooh, with the pom-pom in Koi, that would look really cute.
True. Maybe I'll do that. So yeah, I finished this incredibly quickly. Like, this was the work of I think like 2 or 3 nights. So like maybe 6 hours tops.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Good for
really,
gift knitting. Talking about gift guides.
Super good for gift knitting. So this pattern is in issue 6. I knit it in Garth Nora Beacon's marble colorway, size 2. I actually got quite a bit of knitting done. I'm not entirely sure why. Well, this is in the middle of a row, so I'm just gonna show this really quickly, just because I want to also use this podcast to keep track a little bit of the progress that I made.
Oh, look at those yellows.
Yeah, aren't they gorgeous? So this is a baby blanket that I'm knitting for my to be born niece, nephew, non-binary child of my sister, who's gonna arrive at some point early next year on this planet. Aww. And I think last time I was here somewhere, right? Like I had not yet started this one.
Yeah.
This is a free pattern, the rectangular color block bias blanket by Pearl Soho. I've knit this once before for my nephew, who's now going to be a big brother. And I am using the Rerum Natura's Gilia, the heavier weight yarn that's of the same makeup as our beloved Euless that we carry. And color block says everything, right? So it's a color block blanket. I started with crème anglaise, and then I switched into doré, and now I'm knitting with caramel.
Ooh.
2 of those colors are also now in the shop, by the way.
Ooh, in
Euless.
Those? Yes. Oh,
so
nice.
caramel is in the shop, and doré is in the shop. Caramel is quite close to Darjeeling, which I know was a crowd favorite, but sadly is, on back order until at some point next year. And so we added this for a really nice, warm autumnal tone.
That is pretty.
They are so good together, right?
They are. I love that. It looks so cozy too. I love that yarn.
It's a wonderful project to knit on in the winter, honestly. Like, cause it's as it grows, like it just covers your lap. So.
I love it.
The third thing that I wanted to show, and that's the last thing, don't worry.
Oh, right. I forgot you were working on this. Jeez, you have so many things going.
I know. I don't. What? But this is me. This is me in the fall and the winter. Like, I can't stop knitting. I'm knitting every opportunity that I have. So this is our Growing Ivy scarf from issue 6. I'm gonna pull up a picture because it's absolutely stunning.
Oh, it's beautiful. That was such a I remember when we did the test knit for issue 6 and everyone wanted to knit that one.
Yeah. And I can't blame them. It's super fun to knit. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit daunted because the yarn is super fine. I'm knitting this in Halst Garn Super Soft, which is the original yarn from the design that Ayano Tanaka, the designer of the scarf, used. And it is really quite fine. But it's like with color work, I don't knit a ton of color work, but I mean, you keep saying that to me, and I think you said that when I was like, ooh, I'm a little bit daunted by this. You're like, it's gonna be super fun because you just want to get to the next row, you know?
Exactly.
And it's true. It's just a really nice, very intuitive pattern. And it is going to be a scarf, but it's knit entirely in the round. And so, you know, there's like, it's really quite easy if you're new to color work. I would say this is a very good project because because it's a scarf, you also don't have to watch your attention too closely. Like with a sweater or with a pair of socks, I think you have to watch your attention really quite closely. But this one I think is, and especially with that pattern, it switches quite a lot between the different color work, so I think it's kind of nice. You're not gonna get bored, because I think if it was the same all the way, you could end up getting a little bit like, oof. But because it swaps and changes, it keeps it really interesting, but it's still always that very simple, intuitive patterning. So I think it's good. It's really nice. What I hadn't realized before is that it almost has the same effect as, you know, I love those triangular shawls that have different pattern sections. So, you know, you just want to get to the next one, right?
Yeah.
And here it's basically the same. Like, you started with the ribbing and then you have the stockinette. Then those are actually 2 different charts. So, you know, like, you kind of want to make it to the end of the first chart and then the second. Oh, no, that is not right. But, like, the way that I thought about this was, like, because there's this line in between, you know, like this is the first half of the first chart and this is the second half of the first chart. Then you have a little bit of stockinette again, which I just finished, and now I'm about to start the second chart. So it is really quite engaging.
There's a lot of little like milestones in it that kind of keep you moving along with it.
Yeah, and my mom's so happy. She was visiting on the weekend and she saw me working on this and she was like, I can't believe you're making this for me. Of course
I love that one. I've seen it as well. One of our testers knit a multicolour version, and I think that yarn, the super soft, can't speak, the super soft, people have used it a lot, and I think I know I've got like a couple of different balls in my stash of like little bits and things. You could totally, I think if you had that in your stash and you just got like a neutral, you could totally go through and use up a bunch of different colours with it. That would be
so fun.
Because I never thought of doing like a multicolour version, and I saw this tester project and I was like, ooh, that looks stunning. So pretty. So I'm really tempted to do something like that myself at some point. And
the other fun thing is, because in the middle you have this longer section of geometric color work, you know?
Yeah.
You can just adjust it to however much yarn you have, you know? Like, when you're finished with knitting one side here, you know, like up until the dark blue stripe, here, like basically this, then you can just weigh how much yarn you used, and then, you know, you can just adjust the middle portion of the scarf so that you can really use up as much of your yarn as you have. So yeah, I'm really quite happy with my progress. I'm excited.
Yay! I'm excited too. I can't wait to see all of those done.
Yay! Hopefully, well, our little one's sick again. Home from daycare. Yeah. Poor little one.
Poor thing.
Like, yeah. It's just that time of the year. And so I don't think there's going to be as much knitting for me this week as there was last week and on the weekend. But that's okay because I get to spend time with him. So that's always nice.
I hope he feels better soon.
Yeah, he's he's not sick and he's not as sick as he was the last time where he just wanted to lay in bed. Like he's just not feeling super well, but he still wants to play and go outside and stuff, so that's all fine.
That's good.
I'm gonna spare you the details though. Yeah.
Poor thing.
Okay. There's a nice outro there. Well done, Annalisa.
I like it. Well, it is behind the scenes. This is what's going on while we're trying to run the business.
Alrighty, lovelies. Do we have anything else to talk about?
No, I don't think so. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our final podcast of the year, a little Christmas one, maybe.
What are we going to do for that?
I have no idea.
I think we should have a little celebration. I think we should have a cup of something nice to drink.
Yes.
And then maybe our favorite things that we knit this year or something.
Ooh, that's a fun idea. Yeah, let's do that. Fun. That would be fun.
And then we want to know from everyone who's watching what their favorite thing that they knitted this year was, I think.
Yes. That'll be nice. Yeah, we'll have a little festive, cozy knitting chat and then we'll be done for the year, which is just bizarre.
Whoa. We have lots of good things coming next year, though. Don't you worry, we're not going anywhere.
Nope, lots of fun things planned.
Yeah. Alrighty, lovelies. Until then, stay safe, take good care of yourselves. Do sign up for the winter celebration email list. Claire has some amazing stuff planned for you. It's all for free. And remember to keep your eyes on the newsletter and the website on December 1st for these little beauties. Alrighty. See you in 2 weeks.
See you soon.
Bye.